On Tuesday, two Phoenix police officers were shot in the line of duty. One of them was hit in the ballistic vest. Fortunately for him, and thank God, went home fairly quickly to recover. Another officer was severely injured, critical condition, but stable condition. We got an update from Darrell Kriplean, who is the president of PLEA, and we've got him back now to talk about a fundraiser and get another update. Darrell, thanks for doing this.
Hey, thanks for having me, Mike. I appreciate it.
I know that this is something that PLEA does far too often. You guys are very good at this, but whenever there is an injury, when someone is injured, the community wants to do something, and you are so good at facilitating that. Before we get to the fundraiser, can you give us an update on the family and on this officer's condition?
Yeah, I can. So, Officer Coolidge, he's still on life support, fighting for his life. He is a strong man, and he's demonstrating that every day that he, fights this. His family is by his side, and they are praying for a miracle, much like what happened with Officer Moldovan.
I'm looking at the flyer that you've put out for this, and I'm looking at this young man in the picture. And now that his name has been released and is public, it is pretty amazing to now put a face to the reality. We hear police officer, we think of the badge, but the human side of this is his family has been dramatically changed forever now.
In a split second, this man was out doing his job, trying to protect the community from a criminal element, and in a second, his life has changed forever.
Have you had the ability? Have you talked to the family at all?
I have met with his wife and his mother.
How are they? I mean, I know obviously that's a silly question. They're at a really tough time, but are they holding up? How are they doing?
Yeah, they're devastated, obviously, and shocked, but they're strong as well, and they are by his side every day, praying and hoping for the best.
So let's talk about what the community can do. The fundraiser, when is it? Where is it? What can people do?
So the fundraiser is going to be at the PLEA office, 1102 West Adams Street. It's going to be on September 10th. It's next Tuesday, and it's going to be from 11 o'clock in the morning until 9 o'clock in the evening. And they can come by. Any donation is accepted. We have great corporate sponsors who have already stepped up and helped us with providing food, and it's going to be, as much as you'd like. We welcome everybody.
Yeah, and what are you? In the past, they've had people outside. If it's a lunch hour for someone and they don't have time to come in, they can drop money off at the street. Can they go online and donate?
Yeah, they sure can. You can go to pleacharities.org, click on the donate tab, and then you can enter the officer's name, and 100% of the donations that are received are given to the family.
Darrell Kriplean is joining us. He is the president of the Phoenix Law Enforcement Association. Can you talk about these events? Because I know it's difficult for you. Obviously, the families. It's both encouraging for me when I go to these and see how the community pours into this, but it is also devastating to think that you're continuing to have to do these things for these officers.
Yeah, they are devastating, and unfortunately, like you mentioned, we are pretty good at them. We generally only host these when an officer has been killed or is so critically injured that their life has changed forever, and they will need financial support and assistance. What we want to do with these is to help the family to be able to focus on their loved one that's in the hospital and their recovery, and not have to worry about those day-to-day financial burdens that we all encompass and have. So that's the idea behind this, is to give them that freedom to be with their loved one and be there for whatever happens.
Is it encouraging when you, as an officer, and the other officers that are there, is it encouraging for you to have these corporate partners that jump in and say, listen, we want to cover the cost of the food or cover the cost of the other items. We want to make sure that all of the donations, you don't have to cover cost, but also the people that pour out and donate money and they want to just shake hands with officers and let them know that we're thinking about you. Is that encouraging to the police?
Man, it is so reassuring. I mean, we hear about the silent majority that support the police profession and our officers every day. And to truly, in these instances, those people step up, and it is just heartwarming. As a group, we're suffering for this man who is in the hospital fighting for his life. We grieve with his family when an officer is killed. It is so reassuring when we have the public and the community step up, and without even a hesitation, they come to our aid and assist us. And if I could, I would love to give a shout out to our corporate sponsors that reached out immediately and helped us out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Arizona Barbecue stepped up big. Rudy's Barbecue stepped up big. Pit Boss Grills, Bashes, Pepsi, Costco. Feral Gas is providing our propane, Phoenix Meats, and Bimbo Breads. I mean, these folks didn't even hesitate when we called them, and they were on top of this, and they are essential to the success of this.
That is that's great to hear. The fundraiser barbecue for Phoenix police officer Zane Coolidge and his family. It's Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, September 10th, from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at the Phoenix Law Enforcement Association office at 1102 West Adams. Best way to get there, south on 7th Avenue, west on Adams, and you can't miss it. It's going to be a huge crowd. You can also go online to pleacharities.org. You can donate there. At 100% of the donations will go to Officer Coolidge's family, and it's just a way to show your support for him. I hope you can make a donation. Darrell, I will be out there a little bit later in the afternoon, but I will be there, and I can't wait to see you guys.
Outstanding. And I just want to mention real quick, last week when you had me on after this tragedy happened, I put out our website for folks to donate, and your listenership has stepped up big. I can't be more appreciative. Thank you to everyone who has donated to this family. We are deeply appreciative.
And we appreciate what you do, and I will talk with you soon.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for watching the Mike Broomhead Show. Tap to watch the first season of Amazing Arizonans, a KTAR News podcast. You can also click the button in the middle to subscribe.